This video is brought to you by...
It's cool and it's green, nigga. Cool green. It's cool when you got to keep the green.
Welcome to Cool Green Clothing. We done gone worldwide and we coming straight out of Baltimore. And if you ain't on the team yet, come on, get with us. Come on and make a purchase. Go online right now. CoolGreenClothing.com and make your purchase. Oh yeah, by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. That's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get right into the story. When the streets clash with everyday regular life, it can have some interesting outcomes. For real, technically speaking, both worlds go hand in hand. You might have a family man that goes to work every day, stays home with his wife and kids, but before he hits the crib at night, he goes copping some grass to smoke on. He's not involved in nothing in that area, just trying to cop and bop. But the knockers or jump out boys jump out and take everybody to jail. Or the competition comes rob the whole block, sales and all. At that point, street activity crossed over into a regular civilian's life. But one thing to point out is the family man put himself in that situation if those things do happen. Not the judge. We all have vices and nobody is perfect. I played both environments for a long time, hanging on the block with regular work clothes on, really geeking. But the streets and people that make a living or plotting on others can tell when someone belongs out there or are cut from that same cloth or with the action. You might come from that, but now you are on to bigger and better things. And since the streets is bipolar, I like to say, every day the mentality of people changes and the environment. So if you decide to play in that jungle, you have to know it's tigers, lions, and bears waiting for an outsider or what they feel like is an easy target. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we will be discussing the case of a college student who lost his life in a deal gone wrong. Back in 2021, 21-year-old Barry Ransom was a college student at Morgan State University, studying to be an accountant. Considered to be a gentle giant at 6 feet 4 inches. People close to him call him Pop Pop. Barry was originally from Philly and considered a people's person, helping the freshmen learn the ropes and making his friends laugh all the time. A junior at the time, Barry excelled in school, also in his social life, playing basketball in his spare time and staying focused on his future. But somewhere in the mix, allegedly, Barry had started trying to sell some grass on the side, just to people he knew for extra bread. But we all know, once word gets out, somebody got a product, strangers will come to shop as well. So when Barry's phone rung on October 25th, 2021, everything seemed normal. On the other line was a 22-year-old man named Kevin Sharp. The two men chopped it up and decided to meet up later on in a shopping center out Towson, so Kevin could grab some grass. Barry brought two friends with him, being that Kevin was a new customer and he really didn't know him like that. Barry and his associates headed to a Trader Joe's on the 800 block of Kenilworth and Towson about 10 p.m. on a Monday night. The location seemed safe and quiet, so Barry and his peoples were chilling, waiting for Kevin to pop up. Not too long after they pulled up, Kevin arrived on feet and got into the back seat of the car. As the transaction was taking place, allegedly, Kevin upped the blick and told all three people in the whip to kick it out. Product and personal items. Somewhere in the mix, while being robbed, Barry tried to get out the car and run on feet, since he lived close by and knew the area. That's when shots went off, hitting the young man in the back and arm. Kevin took off with a backpack and other items as Barry ran to a wooded area. His peoples called Baltimore County Police, who arrived to the location to hear Barry calling out for help, conscious but suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was rushed to a local hospital, but unfortunately, the young man wouldn't survive. Back at the scene, detectives spoke to Barry's friends, who stated they didn't know the man's name. He just had on a gray hoodie and got in the backseat of the car and upped the blick on them. He was a stranger. It was supposed to be a quick deal, but the man decided to try to rob them. As detectives started searching the car, they found some grass and also shell casings, but police had no suspects until they searched Barry's phone and looked up the number of the last person that called him. Also, surveillance cameras were all in the shopping center. As footage came back, it showed the man walking from a nearby apartment complex, then running back with a book bag and items. Days later, after the robbery, Kevin posted items for sale on social media that matched some belongings from the associates of Barry. Baltimore County Police focused in on Kevin. After that, they got a search warrant for his apartment and allegedly found the book bag of grass, some of Barry's items, and his homies, including one of their IDs. As he was taken in for questioning, Kevin stated he doesn't know Barry or his peoples. As detectives walked in and showed him, they ran his phone records and they got pinged from the same location the shooting took place. And he cut it off at 10:57 p.m. that same night. But Kevin stuck to his word. Witnesses painted a picture of Kevin walking up with a gray hoodie and up in the blick shortly after. A struggle then took place for the book bag and other items before Barry tried to get away and was shot. As Kevin was awaiting trial, charged with first-degree hit and robbery, about a year later, he decided to plead guilty, taking an Alford plea, not acknowledging guilt, but stating the state had enough evidence to convict. He is currently awaiting sentencing. Barry's peoples were confused on the whole situation, stating they didn't understand why he would be involved in the grad sale when his main focus was school and graduating. Rest in peace to Barry. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to his family. I don't know the mindset he was in at that time, probably fight or flight, as we all react differently under pressure. I get being a college kid trying to do the right things in life, and you might just need a little side hustle and some bread to get by. Most people feel like grass is not nothing. Nobody is losing their life for something that's considered legal in most places. But when you are dealing with people you don't know and you are in unfamiliar territory, people can tell, as Barry's own friends say he was targeted. For the young kids, if you are doing something different from the crowd, don't feel bad. If you go to college or work and your homies or associates trapped, I know it seems like they are more up at the time, but stick to the script. Stay in your own lane. The race is a marathon, not a sprint, because unfortunately, good kids lose their lives every day from one mistake or bad decision, because the streets are cold and unforgiving, no matter the circumstances. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, crazy story. Rest in peace, that young man. Came down to go to school, was doing good in school, but he got sidetracked and was trying to make some extra money, allegedly. And it cost him his life, man. Sad situation, but y'all already know I ain't gonna talk y'all head off. Leave it in the comments. Definitely be respectful. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This is another episode of the Baltimore Way. This your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.